I'm Jill. I'm a freshman at Eastern Maine Community College. I made this short video to answer some questions that I had that you probably have now too. This is the story of Kendra, who's recently been taken out of her home. Hopefully this answers some questions you might have about your rights. You'll meet Kendra's caseworker, her guardian ad litem, and the judge who's presiding over her family's case. Your experience might be a little bit different, so be sure to talk to your guardian ad litem or caseworker if you have any questions. They're there to help you, and I know they helped me when I was in your shoes. First, we'll meet Amy, who is Kendra's caseworker. Amy has recently removed Kendra from her home and placed her with a resource family. So Amy is checking in with Kendra to see how she's doing and to explain to Kendra what's happening with her family.
Hi Amy, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine. Let me get Kendra for you. Kendra, Amy's here.
Hi Kendra, how are you?
Not so good since you made me leave my home.
I know you're probably upset about that. How about if we start by me telling you a little bit about my job and what I do? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Well, I work with kids and families, and my main goal is to make sure that kids are safe in their home. We get reports that there might be something going on that's making kids unsafe, and so at that point it's my job to go out and meet with the family. So in this case I talk to your mom and your dad and to you and some other people that know your family. Sometimes there's some things that are going on that are unsafe, and sometimes there's some things that are very unsafe. And in that case, sometimes we have to remove kids from the home. So it's not meant as a punishment to you or your family, it's just to keep you safe. So when we have to remove kids, then they come and stay with resource families, and that's what the Smiths are. They're a resource family. And their job is just to take care of you and keep you safe while your mom is doing all the hard work that she needs to do to make changes at home. So the Smiths will make sure that you see doctors and dentists when you need to, make sure that things are going okay for you at school and that you have all the support you need. So how are things going here?
It's okay. I have my own room, and Mrs. Smith is a really good cook. She taught me how to make cupcakes. What is my mom doing now?
Well, I'll be working with your mom to make a plan for what needs to happen to make things more safe at home. And we do that by talking about the things that your family does really well. We'll talk about the things that your mom and dad and that you do really well and things that are going well at home. And then we'll talk about the things that maybe aren't going so well and some changes that need to be made. And once we've identified those, then we'll make a plan for how those changes are going to be made.
Is there something I can do to make it so that I can go home sooner?
Well, that's really not going to depend on what you do. That'll depend more on what your mom does. So all that hard work that we talked about before and the appointments and things that she needs to go to, that will determine when you go home. One of the things that you can do, though, is to be open and honest when you talk to me and when you talk to the guardian ad litem, because the more information we have about you and about your family, the better we're going to be able to help.
Can I see my mom?
Yep, I've scheduled a visit for you tomorrow.
What about my little brother?
He'll be there too. It'll be you and your mom and your little brother. And then I'll make sure that we schedule some more visits after that.
Can I text message my mom?
That's a good question. Right now it's not a good idea to text or email or call mom, but that's something we can talk about at the family team meeting tomorrow. Do you want to go to the family team meeting?
I don't know. Should I?
You're welcome to come to the family team meeting if you want to, but you don't have to. If you decide you don't want to go, then you can talk to me and you can talk to your guardian ad litem and make sure that anything you'd like to share at that meeting that we share for you.
Who will be there?
Your mom and your dad and anyone that they want to invite. They might have friends or relatives who they want to come to the meeting, and the guardian ad litem will be there and I'll be there.
I don't think I want to go.
That's okay. I'll make sure to ask the team about text messaging your mom and see whether or not they feel that's going to be all right. Do you have any other questions right now?
No, I think I covered them all.
Okay. So tomorrow Mrs. Smith will bring you to the visit with your mom and your little brother, and I will be there too, so I'll see you then.
Okay.
Your caseworker is one of the important people in your family's case. You can talk to your caseworker about setting up visits with your parents, or your siblings, or some of your old friends. If there are things that you want to do, like activities or outings, your caseworker can help you with that too. Another important person during this time is your guardian ad litem. Ad litem is Latin meaning of the case, so guardian ad litem literally means guardian of the case. Your guardian ad litem is either a lawyer or a CASA, which stands for court-appointed special advocate. Their job is to check in with you, report to the court on how you are doing, and make a recommendation as to what is in your best interest. Your guardian ad litem will also report your wishes to the judge, so speak up. Sometimes the guardian ad litem is called the eyes and the ears of the court.
Hi Kendra, it's nice to see you again.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Well listen, I just wanted to stop by because I wanted to make sure that you really understand what it means that I'm your guardian ad litem. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit and explain that role, okay?
Okay.
All right. So when your family came into court, the judge appointed me to represent your best interests. And what that means is that I'll be here all through the case with your family, just so that you have somebody special who's only there for you. And I will make sure I check in with you, and I'll be there if you need to call me, and you can talk to me about anything that's going on. You can talk to me about how you're doing here in your resource home. You can talk to me about school, about what you'd like to see happen with your family, and just how you're feeling in general, okay? So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that. And then when you tell me things about how you're doing and how you're feeling, I will report that back to the judge directly.
Why does the judge want to know about me?
Well, you're a really important part of the case, and the judge wants to make sure that he knows that you're healthy and happy and doing okay. And when we go to court, you can have the opportunity to come in and talk to the judge if you wanted to do that.
I don't think I want to talk to the judge. What if he's mad at me for what my family did?
Well, I can understand if you felt nervous talking to a judge, especially if it was the first time you've ever met a judge. But I don't think you have to worry about the judge being angry with you. The judge knows that none of this is your fault. But the judge does want to know how you're feeling and how you're doing. And the court case is not about punishing parents or kids. It's just about finding out all the information and making sure that you're safe and healthy. So I think you'd probably find the judge is a really nice person and really will be very helpful.
Okay, I guess I'll go to the court and meet the judge.
Okay, well I'll talk to the judge and then we'll see if we can get that organized for you, okay?
Okay.
Please rise. Thank you. Please be seated. We're here for a child protective proceeding this morning in re Kendra. It's a jeopardy hearing, beginning with the Assistant Attorney General. Would you please introduce yourselves on the record?
My name is Luann Clifford. I'm the Assistant Attorney General, and I'm here with Amy Taranko, who is the Child Protective Caseworker in this matter, and the resource parent is also present, Beth Smith.
Good morning.
Curtis Rice, representing Kendra's father, Hollis Lake, who is present.
Good morning.
Ron Azeltine, representing Jenny Black, who is Kendra's mother.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nikki Carbone, guardian ad litem with Kendra.
Good morning. And how are we proceeding, counsel?
Your Honor, we are here for a case management conference on the jeopardy proceeding, but before we begin, Kendra would like to speak to you.
Any objection to the court speaking directly with Kendra?
No, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
There being no objection, I will speak directly with Kendra. I'll clear the courtroom, we'll take a brief recess, I'll come back in, and I'll speak with Kendra. We are in recess. Please rise. This is the continuation of In Re Kendra. I'm Judge Driscoll. I'm in the courtroom with Kendra and Nikki, the guardian. Kendra has requested to speak with me. This is being recorded. Morning, Nikki.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Kendra.
Good morning.
Kendra had some questions for you, Your Honor, and she was hoping to chat with you a little bit about the child protective process and also about how you make decisions.
I'd be happy to. Kendra, there are lots of different ways that cases involving children come into the courtroom. And one of the most important things that I have to do is to listen to everyone involved. Because at the end of the process, I have to make a decision in this case. You're certainly welcome to be here whenever we're here in court. It's an open invitation. But you may not want to be, or you may not be able to for any number of reasons. And it's Nikki's job as your guardian, or as the guardian ad litem in this case, to make sure that she passes on all the things that you want me to know. Okay? Oftentimes, these matters come to an agreement, as I said before. And if that's the case, and I determine that that agreement is in your best interest, then that's fine. But another part of my job, maybe the most important part, is to make sure that you and any of the other children who come into this courtroom are safe and healthy and well. And that's what we're concerned about. So it's really important, if you have any information about any issues that deal with your safety, whether it's at home or someplace else, that you tell Nikki about it. That way Nikki can share that information with me and with other folks who are involved in the case as well, if it's appropriate.
Is my mom in trouble?
I wouldn't say that your mom's in trouble. Your mom is here and your dad is here because something has happened in your life that's made people think maybe there's an issue that we need to deal with. Maybe we need to come into court to make sure that Kendra is safe and healthy and secure. And that's why we're all here. Now, part of the process might be that your mom and your dad, they need to do some things in order to make sure that what happened before, if something did happen, doesn't happen again. Oftentimes, we're able to work with parents, and that's what this is all about. It's not the court against your mother and the court against your father. This is a process where everybody wants the same thing. Everybody wants you to be healthy and safe and secure and happy. Oftentimes, as parents, we don't have all the information that we need in order to make that happen. And so part of this process, and a good part of my job, is to make sure that parents know that there's help out there to help them with various things. There's counseling, and there's even classes on how to be a parent. And oftentimes, we ask parents to go attend those classes, and that will help them in whatever it is that's happening in their home. It'll help them with their own parenting abilities, and it'll help them provide a safe and secure place for you to live. There's lots of folks involved in this process that we need to get information from. Your parents and your relatives and maybe your doctor. And there might be some counselors, your teachers might be involved, there are attorneys involved, and the guardian is involved. And the important thing for you to remember is that whatever you tell the guardian, if you want the guardian to tell me, she will do that. That's part of her job. It's part of her responsibility. So it's important that you be open with the guardian. It's also important that your parents speak with the guardian, because that's part of Nikki's job too. And that's the process.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you, Kendra. Nice to meet you too. I hope that answered your questions. You can always come back and talk to me again. You need to understand that. But more importantly, make sure you understand you can speak with Nikki. What we're going to do now is I'm going to go back into my office. I'm going to put that black robe back on. Everyone's going to come back into the courtroom, and we'll resume. We'll start again the hearing that we were having earlier this morning. Okay? Thank you.
I hope Kendra's story answers some questions you might have about Maine's child protection process. You'll probably have more questions, so remember, there are people on your case who are there to help you and answer your questions. You can always talk to your caseworker or guardian ad litem about anything that's bothering you or really whatever's on your mind. Hey, Kendra!